What's going on, everyone? It's Token, back again once again with more VGC Battle Spot Climbing the Ladders. Today I wanted to feature as we get a 15-18 opponent from Oregon named Bunsunid, something like that. Bunsunid? Yeah, or no, Binsunid. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in into today's episode of VGC Climbing the Ladder. I did want to feature the Sand team just for one more week. It won't be the entirety of this week because I'm just too busy. However, I definitely just wanted to feature a little bit more. I feel like we still haven't featured this team as much as I want to, and I do like the team a lot. So I just want to bring it one more time for y'all. Hope you guys have been enjoying, and then we can move on to we can move on to a new team. I don't know what I was trying to say. Thank you guys for supporting. Your support is greatly appreciated. As always, if you do end up enjoying, leave a like and definitely comment below on what you thought of today's episode. And also subscribe to the channel if you are new for more VGC content as well as other Pokemon related content that I will be getting around to shortly. As of late, we've only had VGC, and I feel bad because of that. I put a lot of weight on my shoulders with this channel, even though I do work a lot. But yeah, we'll have things rolling really well here pretty soon. Anyways, looking at my opponent's team, they have Tapu Bulu, Nihilego, Alolan Marowak, Lurantis, I can't even think of that thing's name, and Pelipper. So I'm gonna go with let's go with Celstilla. Let's go with Garchomp. Should we do that? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with let's go with Tapu Fini, definitely. Then let's go with Gigalith. So I just have to throw some things together. As you could definitely see, I was running out of time. Why can I not think of that Pokemon's name? The stupid little fish that turns into the big fish. Why can I not think of it? Oh, that's gonna kill me. I'm supposed to be a Pokemon player. How can I not think of its name? Whatever. I'm sorry, I can't think of it. It's been that long. It has been that long. Oh, Wishy-Washy. Oh my lord. And my opponent leads with the Wishy-Washy, and it definitely has Ice Beam. So that's pretty threatening. It's actually decently threatening. Here's what we can do. Ice Beam shouldn't take me out from a Wishy-Washy though. Yeah, that shouldn't take me out. So I'm actually still going to Swords Dance and pray that my opponent doesn't double into Garchomp. Because that'd be crazy. He could just lose his Marowak. So let's see what happens there. Let's see what happens. A double in a Garchomp would be bad. I don't think an Ice Beam from Wishy-Washy should take me out, and my opponent does protect, which I did envision happening. So we'll see if the Ice Beam from Wishy-Washy takes me out or not. Like, I could have went for Earthquake on it, but that wasn't going to do enough damage, so we're doing this. No. No. Is that the Ice-type Z move? I think that's literally the Ice-type Z move. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my lord. Alright, well, I didn't get that right. That is unfortunate. That is all I can say, is that that was unfortunate. Now I'm going to go into Gigalith, and I think I'm just going to switch back into Celstilla, or just Protect, one of those two. One of those two. I'm definitely going to Muddy Water. The question is, do I Protect, or do I actually just switch out? Or do I say screw it and attack? I think I just Protect and see what Wishy-Washy's going to do. I envision it has like Surf, so I could see if it has a move that Wide Guard can protect me from. Or do I just switch out? We could just get a Shadow Bone into that slot. I'm just going to Protect. I'll see what my opponent does. As Marowak does withdraw, which I also saw is something that could likely happen, which makes me mad that I didn't just Moonblast that slot. And it makes me mad that I didn't switch on to Celstilla. We miss Muddy Water on Wishy-Washy. Not that it matters too much, but definitely annoying. And the Toxic, okay. Okay. Well, now we're in an interesting scenario. Because Blue threatens the no-ko on both of these, I'm pretty sure, with Woodhammer. So, the question is, can I get the prediction right? Because obviously, I can't protect again with Gigalith, and Tapu Fini doesn't have protect. So, the million-dollar question here is, which one does my opponent target with Woodhammer? Can I get that prediction right and switch out into the correct Pokemon? Does my opponent target the Gigalith, or do they target the Fini? I say Fini just because Wishy-Washy can't do anything to Fini. But I do feel like Gigalith's the bigger threat, but I guess we'll see what happens. I'm out of time. I am out of time. I don't have any more time to think about that. So switching out into Celesteela, my opponent could have Woodhammered into Gigalith and went for a Water-type move, and that is game if they did. They just went for a Bulk Up though. I might have been a little bit of showboating, trying to do a little too much. Terrible look. Attack fail, special attack fail. Okay, both things go by a stage. That's an interesting move. I've never seen that before. This is a very interesting Wishy-Washy. I'm honestly astonished by the way my opponent's been using it so far. We'll see if this can get close to maybe taking out Bulu. I'm not sure. I doubt it'd take it out. But I'm glad that we made a pretty decent play. Alright, yeah, it doesn't take it out. Now am I faster than my opponent's Bulu? That's another question. And now Bulu's +1 and I am -1 on whether I go for a Heavy Slam or a Flamethrower on my opponent's Bulu. It did bulk up though, so I'd rather go for the Flamethrower. Am I faster? I don't know if I'm faster, so I'm forced to protect. And we'll see what happens. So I have to protect Gigalith, not knowing if I'm faster than Bulu. And I'm not faster than Bulu, so I was forced into a position where I had to protect. And we will get the Flamethrower off. We are faster than Wishy-Washy, which is good to know. And that does take out Tapu Bulu, so perfect. We avoid a Toxic again. So here what I can do is I can switch in Tapu Fini on the Celesteela slot to not only avoid a Flare Blitz, but to also avoid a Toxic on Gigalith, because this Wishy-Washy is looking really support and not really offensive at all, other than the Sub-Zero Surfer for pretty much Guard Chop. So if that's the case, then yeah, then I can just switch into Tapu Fini on the Celesteela slot, and I can just Stone Edge Marowak. My opponent can double up and they might finally show like Surf or something, but I'm not sure. Or Waterfall, I don't know. They might. We'll see what happens. I do think getting rid of the Bulu was our biggest worry, and we have done that. And the Flare Blitz does go on Fini. I think that's a crit. Is that a crit? No, it's not a crit. That's very offensive. Wow. We avoid the Toxic, obviously, and we miss a Stone Edge. Okay. Okay, we missed a Stone Edge, though. We didn't want the missed Stone Edge to happen, though. That's not what we were looking for. I'm just gonna Swagger Gigalith and Stone Edge again, as Marowak protects. Okay. So we do get the Swagger off. We'll see if my opponent finally has this Water type move that they haven't shown us. Do we see the Water? Ice Beam, okay. Into Gigalith. Into Fini, okay. Okay. So my opponent seems their only offensive move is going to be Ice Beam on that Wishy-Washy, which is fine. I'm not sure if a Muddy Water, yeah, there's no reason not to still go for it. So I'm actually just going to go for the Muddy Water, hoping it takes out Marowak. And if it doesn't, then the Stone Edge will. And if it does, then I could also take out the Wishy-Washy with Stone Edge. But I'd rather have a chance of taking out Marowak without with Tapu Fini just first hand than rather just going with it with Gigalith and Marowak getting off damage. So can this take it out? It does not, which I didn't think so. We do get the accuracy drop on Wishy-Washy though, which is cool. And we'll get a Shadow Ball on Gigalith likely now. No, on Fini. And we should live. Ooh, we don't live that. Okay. Okay, we don't live that. And the Toxic still isn't going to work. I don't know what my opponent's doing there. We do finally connect with the Stone Edge at least though. And a very meaningless crit. A very, very meaningless crit. But that's the types of crits that I usually get. The very, very meaningless ones. Those are the ones I typically get. It's all good though. We're in a decent position. My opponent has Nihilego, so yeah, we're in a fine position, honestly. Just gonna lead sheet the Wishy-Washy and Stone Edge the Nihilego. I feel like Celesteela could win against these two on its own, considering that the Wishy-Washy's only offensive move appears to be Ice Beam. Ice Beam and Celesteela as well. Nope, unforgivable. See if a freeze happens. No, it can't happen. We have Misty Terrain up, so that's perfect. Stone Edge. It is Sash. That does reveal the Sash. I just went for Leech Seed just in case Nihilego protected, just so that we got something out of that turn. Alright, and I'll finish it up with a Heavy Slam and a Stone Edge. So if Stone Edge connects and my opponent doesn't protect Nihilego, this should be game. And yeah, it looks like this is going to be game. So at least we bounced back from that terrible turn 1 where I underestimated the power of the Wishy-Washy, but now it's just seeming like dead space now, as I've been able to not prioritize taking it out. I've been able to take out the Bulu, and I've been able to take out the Marowak, while Wishy-Washy just kind of sat here and didn't do much. So it was definitely cool, but not effective as my opponent probably would have hoped that Wishy-Washy would have been. Because the Bulu was a huge threat to our team, and being able to only prioritize just taking it out was great. And same with the Marowak. Much bigger threat to our team than Wishy-Washy after Garchomp was down. So just being able to focus all my energy on that without really worrying about Wishy-Washy, especially with having Tapu Fini. Toxic's just not that good when Tapu Fini's as prevalent as it is. So that was nice. That was definitely nice. Because I think even people at the beginning of the format thought Vina, oh, I can't even think of its freaking name. The freaking Poison Water new Gen 7 Pokemon. What the heck is its name? It's like Vinapex or something. I know that's wrong, but whatever. You know the Pokemon I'm thinking of. A lot of people thought it might have viability at the beginning of the season because of the fact that it could be a little bit stally and that it can maybe just poison things, but people quickly figured out that Toxic just really isn't that good in this year's format, especially with Tapu Fini. And this format's, it's still rare. Z moves make it so offensive. It's just hard to play that defensive. Anyways, though, we get a new opponent. I didn't see their rating, but they do have a team of Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Tapu Fini, Drifblim, Snorlax, and Arcanine. So interesting enough, they're not going with the Tapu Lele Drifblim combination, instead going with the Tapu Fini Drifblim combination. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how my opponent goes about using that to their disposal. What do we want to lead with? Talonflame doesn't seem too good because there's things I'd want to burn, like Garchomp and Snorlax. However, my opponent does have the Fini, so that kind of throws that out the window. I think I'll definitely lead Coco. If I want to lead something, I'll also outspeed Garchomp, which is only guaranteed with Talonflame, which kind of sucks. However, I can hope that my opponent isn't max speed Garchomp because we are max speed. Maybe should lead with Gigalith though. I'm gonna actually forego that and lead with Gigalith. Go Garchomp, and we could go Fini in the back. We'll do that. The reason I wanted to lead with Gigalith is because Giglet threatens everything that isn't Garchomp really heavily on my opponent's team, in my opinion. Even the Finny. Stone Edge is going to do a lot, and unless it's Specs, it's not going to be able to take me out. And not even just Stone Edge, I can go for the Rocky MZ on Finny. So I feel like Giglet threatens majority of my opponent's team, so I'd rather lead with Giglet. And I'm kind of happy with the Giglet lead, as -1 Garchomp in front of a Finny isn't the best thing. And then I also got Tapu Koko out here, so this is pretty nice. My 2 Pokemon threaten my opponent's 2 much more heavily than they threaten my 2, so that's really good. Here I can easily see a Finny switch happening. Oh, we no longer, okay. No longer have electric terrain. Completely forgot that obviously Finny's terrain was going to go up after mine's, considering that it is slower. So this is an interesting turn. Very interesting turn. Because my opponent can switch into Tapu Koko maybe on that Tapu Finny slot and go for a Will-O-Wisp, trying to still burn my Gigalith, which would be a very interesting play. So I think I'm actually going to switch into Finny because of the thought of that maybe happening. Yeah, I'm going to switch into Finny on that slot. Not that I think it'll happen, but I just want to make sure I am ready for anything that can happen this turn. And then I'm going to Volt Switch off of the Arcanine, expecting Garchomp to actually come in on the Finny slot. So Finny does switch out, likely for Garchomp, and it is for the Garchomp. So we'll see if Arcanine protected or not after I switch out into my Finny. And we will Volt Switch off of the Arcanine, it did not protect. We'll get good damage. And then I will be switching into my Garchomp to threaten Arcanine as heavily as possible, and to obviously not be at -1, considering I didn't lead with it, so that's great. We'll get the Flare Blitz, we'll see which slot this is on, Lock on Koko. And that looks like banded damage to me. Yeah, it looks like banded damage, so we'll have to watch out with that. So, I want a Swords Dance here, I really do, but I don't want to take the chip damage from a possible Earthquake from Garchomp. So I'm going to protect, and I'm going to Moonblast the Garchomp. So my opponent brings in Drifloon, interestingly enough, and this is my opponent's only flying type, so obviously they're likely going for Earthquake here, so I feel like that wasn't too bad of a play. We'll see if the Tectonic Rage was likely on Finny, which is fine. It's definitely fine. We should be able to live this and still get the Moonblast off, and if it brings us down to a very low amount of health, we'll also get our Pinch Berry, so we'll see if we live this or not. Hopefully we live this. Yeah, and it is on Finny. Hopefully we live this. Yeah, we definitely do. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we didn't get crit or something. Great that we lived. I knew that we should have. Alright, and that's perfect damage. That is perfect damage. So I'm going to Rock Slide, actually. I should be, as my opponent's Garchomp protects. I was thinking I'd definitely live an Earthquake, and Drifloon can't do much, as it just sets up a Tailwind, so that's actually a good play, though. It's definitely a good play. I swaggered my own Garchomp, though, and I went for a Rock Slide, so I'm fine with that. Just Swagger can hit, and it doesn't hit. Oh, man, that would have been a good play. Swagger's so inaccurate. It is so inaccurate. I miss Swagger way too much. Okay, so now what do we do? Now that that missed, I kind of ruined my entire play that turn. Now I think I just Muddy Water. My opponent might just double into Finny, knowing that that's the bigger threat, though. And knowing that I won't want to Earthquake into my own Finny. Might just double into it. And if we don't have Misty Terrain, then that becomes a huge issue. I'm still going to go for this play and pray that my opponent doesn't double into Finny. If they're smart, they double into Finny, though. Oh, no, even worse. My opponent Swaggers their guard chomp. Oh, no, and of course they hit it and I miss mines. Oh, no. Alright, that's terrible. That is actually terrible. Yeah, Finny can't live that. The Tailwind was a good play. Protect Tailwind was a good play. I'll give that to my opponent. However, what we have to do now is go into Gigalith and pray that my opponent doesn't realize that I have Wide Guard on Gigalith, and that I am not going, especially because we have another turn of Will-O-Wisp. So, I mean, we have another turn of Misty Terrain. Is this the last? It should definitely be the last turn of Misty. It is the last turn of Misty Terrain. Alright, so what we have to do here is pray that my opponent doesn't protect Garchomp. That'd be best. Don't protect Garchomp. So my opponent does. Oh, come on. Alright. Alright. Not a bad play. Not a bad play at all. Rain Dance. Okay, that didn't really matter to me. I just need to make sure my opponent realizes that they're not going to be able to attack with Garchomp. I'm not going to let Garchomp attack. I'm going to have to switch it out. Because it likely only has Rock Slide and Earthquake. Which I'm assuming if it has Fire Fang, then that's not going to do much to either, even at +2. The huge issue here, though, is that Misty Terrain just went away. That is the much bigger deal that just occurred. Will my opponent still go for Earthquake knowing that I have Wide Guard? I highly, highly, highly doubt it, so what I'm going to do, actually, is Stone Edge and protect Garchomp. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Oh no, my opponent just stayed in. Did they really still just go for the same move? Okay, he has a Hidden Power Ice and the Poison Jab. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we do connect with Stone Edge. Alright, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. And I Stone Edged and didn't Heavy Slam just in the scenario that my opponent switched out into Arcanine. I wanted to make sure to get that solid damage off on him, so that's what I was thinking there. My opponent brought back out Finny, which gives us an advantage in the sense we can't be burned again, so I am 100% fine with that. And I just Rock Slide. Yeah, even if my opponent gets up the Tailwind, I just Rock Slide. I just Rock Slide. Tailwind goes up, but Rock Slide should take out Drifblim. It does. Finny shouldn't be able to take out Gigalith here. And I should be able to take it out with my Z move. As we see a Scald into the Gigalith. Oh, is that a crit? No, that's not a crit. That's a Specs Finny. Okay. Okay. Well, that actually makes this very interesting now, though. That makes this interesting in the sense that that Scald is boosted by Rain, so that's why it did so much damage. I just came to that realization. And my opponent has an Arcanine that's faster than my Tapu Koko, and this Tapu Koko cannot protect. But we do have Rain up. We do have Rain up. That's something to keep in mind. And with the Rain up, that means the Arcanine's Flare Blitz is going to be weaker. But with my opponent just Extreme Speed, Either way, the Finny's the way bigger threat. Might lose this game because of that rain. That rain in the specs. That's actually really, really cool on my opponent's end. And a Flare Blitz is like going to do too much damage to our Skull. It takes him out this next turn. So I don't think we can win this one. I don't think we can, but I think I have to go with this play. And the Extreme Speed does come out. Just to get the chip my opponent needed on my, yeah, on my Tapu Koko. Yep. So here I should have Earthquaked. Now I feel very bad about not... Oh, Swords Dance. I should have Swords Danced there. Definitely should have Swords Danced. Rain should be ending after this turn, I think. Yeah, this is the last turn of Rain, so I obviously protect and stall that out. Okay. So oh, and I'm -1 in attack. Not even neutral because I forgot about Arcanite's Intimidate. So the rain's gone. We should be able to live one Scald, but then we're also dealing with the fact that we can also get burned. And how many turns of Tailwind are left? Wrong one. This is the last turn of Tailwind, so I have to Swords Dance. And hope that it's enough to, hope that I live, and then also hope that it's enough to take out Finny this following turn, and hope that we don't get burned. We don't get burned. So now this all comes to, is this Earthquake going to be enough to take out Tapu Fini? A +1 Earthquake? I don't think so. I think it needed to be +2. I honestly think it needed to be +2. If a Tectonic Rage doesn't take out Finny, I doubt this can. We need like a crit. So I guess fingers crossed for the crit. Or maybe I should have went for Rock Slide and hoped for a flinch. Oh, no! No! It lived on so little HP! No! Oh, no! Oh! Oh, that killed me inside! Oh, that one killed me! It lived on so little HP! Alright, that was fun though. That was a fun game. GG's to my opponent. Really cool to have Rain Dance Drifloon. Because I was wondering why there was like even such a, like even though it's a small percentage of Driflooms, I was even wondering why that amount of Driflooms were running Rain Dance, because I didn't think Sundance, I was literally just about to say Sundance. I didn't think Torkoal was prevalent enough in the format to warrant the use of Rain Dance just to kind of counter Torkoal. However, it makes much more sense now that those Drifloon that are running Rain Dance are mostly being, they're mostly supporting a Finny that specs and using Scald or maybe even Hydro Pump as well. So that makes a lot more sense. Thank you guys, like I said, as always, for supporting today's episode of VGC Climbing the Ladder. Really appreciate it. And I hope you guys are enjoying these battles. I thought that last battle was so much fun. That was a really fun battle. And once again, GG's to my opponent. That was a quality battle. And that's why I play this game. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, though. Definitely got a lot planned, so definitely stay tuned to the channel. Things will start rolling out. I've been saying that for a while, but definitely expect it. I got a little bit more time on my hands, so I'm going to be trying to do all I can. Might have some late nights, but that's what this is all about. I'll see you guys in the next episode, though. For now, peace.